Good afternoon, and thanks for having us in. A former attorney woke up in the Minnehaha County Jail today charged with rape. Joseph Smyrak appeared in court this morning. The judge entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. According to his attorney, police have been investigating the case for a year, and the alleged crime happened more than 2 years ago. Smyrak's attorney also pointed out that his criminal history doesn't have any similar offenses and asked for his bond to be reduced. The judge set bond at $10,000 cash or surety. We did some checking, and he does have a history of women filing protection orders against him. We also checked with the State Bar of South Dakota. He's no longer a member. We'll take a closer look at the case and Smyrak's background tonight on Cullen News. There's another tool for getting information to dispatchers in eastern South Dakota. In September, the Watertown Regional 911 Center started using a program called Prepared Live. One of its functions allows callers to live stream with dispatchers.
911 technology continues to evolve, and the enhancements that are coming into 911 are truly incredible.
In tonight's Eye on Cullen, we'll show you how it works and how it can help first responders. Speaking of snow, check out these photos posted by the Nebraska State Patrol just a few hours ago. They have plenty of snow falling and blowing all over central Nebraska, but it's now moving east and still expected to drop plenty more snow. As far as when and where that might happen, let's head over to meteorologist Scott Monk. Good afternoon, Scott.
Good afternoon, Dan. You know, we currently have some light snow falling in south central South Dakota. We've been watching that through the morning hours. It will eventually move into southeastern Cullen, I would think late this afternoon, this evening, and tonight. You know, periods of heavy snow cannot be ruled out. We're talking an inch or two per hour, but I would say mainly south of Interstate 90. So right now, we'll continue to watch that snow slowly lift to the north, eventually to the northeast. Now, I mentioned in south central Cullen, we've had snow during the morning hours. That is continuing this afternoon. And you see we have dry skies in eastern and southeastern Cullen, trying to moisten up that atmosphere a little bit from Vermilion toward Yankton. And then it looks like just to the west of Mitchell, there may be a couple of flurries or light snow showers. Able to pick up on a couple of flurries and light snow showers across western and southwestern South Dakota. Now, this is Futurecast over the next 12 hours. Notice how it's having a hard time filling in the southeast until later this evening. That's that northeast wind that helps bring in that drier air to eat away at that chance to see the snow. And because of that, I tailored back on some of the snowfall amounts. 2 to 4 in Sioux Falls to Worthington, still at 3 to 6 in Mitchell, 4 to 8 in Winter, and 6 to 10 in Yankton. We continue with our winter storm warnings in south central and southeastern Cullen into tomorrow. Now, here's a look at our temperatures. They're in the teens and 20s, and we have these north and northeast winds. Again, that northeast wind's a drying wind, and that's what we have in southeastern Cullen. Temperatures today will hit the 20s and 30s for afternoon highs. Tonight, we'll watch the snow in southeastern South Dakota, Iowa, and Minnesota. Again, it may be heavy at times as temperatures fall to the teens and 20s, down to 9 in Aberdeen tonight. More details on a Cullen Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. 12 more South Dakotans who had COVID-19 have died, according to this week's update from the Health Department. Since the start of the pandemic, 3,145 people have died in the state. Officials also confirmed more than 400 new cases over the last week. More than 300 people are currently infected with the virus, which has lessened compared to last week. Right now, there are 57 coronavirus patients in the hospital. A helicopter crash in Ukraine this morning, killing about a dozen people, including Ukrainian dignitaries and at least one child. More than 24 people were injured. Nicole D'Antonio has a story from Washington.
The early morning chopper crash ignited a huge fire near a kindergarten in a suburb just to the east of Kyiv. Ukrainian officials say children are among the fatalities.
And it's unlucky helicopter fell down in the kindergarten.
Several senior Ukrainian officials were also killed, including the Interior Minister, Denis Monastyrsky, who was in charge of the police force and the National Guard. President Zelensky's office said the helicopter was taking the Interior Minister to a hotspot when it went down. It was reportedly dark and foggy at the time of the crash, but so far the Ukrainian authorities are not giving any details about the cause. Here in the U.S., the Biden administration is continuing its efforts to support Ukraine in its war against Russia. The Pentagon confirmed Tuesday that Ukrainian troops have arrived in the U.S. to learn how to operate Patriot missile systems.
That training will last for several months. and train upwards of 90 to 100 Ukrainians.
At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, the wife of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged world leaders and corporate executives to do more to help Ukraine. Olena Zelenska also talked about the chopper crash, calling it just another horrible day for Ukraine. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
Solomon Pena makes his first court appearance today. The former Republican candidate for a New Mexico state house is accused of orchestrating several shootings at the homes of 4 Democratic lawmakers. Pena allegedly hired 4 accomplices to fire bullets into the homes because he was unhappy with his loss in November, which he falsely argued was fraud. An adjunct art professor is suing a Minnesota university that dismissed her for including a certain painting in a global art course. Erica Lopez Prater alleges in a lawsuit that Hamline University subjected her to religious discrimination and defamation after a Muslim student objected when she included a painting depicting the Prophet Muhammad in a lesson on Islamic art. Hamline, a small private school in St. Paul, did not return messages seeking comment.